वरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन नबीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टदशत श्रीमदेसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंडादा कुंडगिरी गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की मथुरा मायपुर नदी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामाई की यमुनामाई की तुलसी महारानी की श्रीला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडल बुक डिस्कशन प्रोग्राम की श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की श्री श्री सीताराम नशनमान की श्री श्री गौर निताई की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Natadasti Prithviyam va Divi Deveshu va punaha Sattvam Prakriti Jair Mukham Muktam Yad Yebihi Shyat Trivirgunaihi Natadasti Prithviyam va Divi Deveshu va punaha Sattvam Prakriti Jair Muktam Yad Yebihi Shyat Trivirgunaihi Natadasti Prithviyam va Divi Deveshu va punaha Sattvam Prakriti Jair Muktam Yad Yebihi Syat Trivirgunaihi Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. There is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems which is freed from these three modes of born of material nature. Lord here summarizes the total influence of the three modes of material nature all over the universe. Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Sudranam Cha Pranantapa Karmani Pravibhaktani Svabhava Prabhavair Gunaihi. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras are distinguished by the qualities born of their own natures in accordance with the material modes. So Chester is the naming. Samodama tapashaucham kshantirajyam evacha jnanam vijnanamastikyam brahmakarma svabhavajam. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom and religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. Sauryam tejo dhrutirdakshyam yuddhe chapi apalayanam danam ishwar bhavascha kshatram karma svabhavajam. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. Krishi Goraksha Vanijyam Vaishyakarma Svabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Svabhavajam. Farming, cow protection and business are the natural work for the Vaishyas, and for Sudras there are labor and service to others. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Kanta Namostute Takanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Vipasindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, sound better? नहीं? Sound better? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, we have to learn this. Everybody knows how many of you are Brahmanas? Not by birth, by qualities, right? So in Vedic society, everybody is chosen according to their qualities. Qualification is very important. Once one boy approached Gautam Rishi for education. So he asked him, because he is allowing only Brahmanas for education. He asked him, what is your caste? What is your Varna? Who is your father? What is his name? So he said, I will find out from my mother. He went and asked his mother, who is my father? She said, I slept with so many men, I don't know who is your father. During COVID, there was joke, na? Papa, Mama, who is my father? पता नहीं बेटा, मास्क पहना हुआ है. Like that. So he came back and told the spiritual Gautam Rishi that my mother doesn't know who is my father because she slept with so many men. At that time, no DNA test and all. Then Gautam Rishi told, "You are a Brahmana because you are truthful." Otherwise, who will tell, I am a bastard child? हाँ, क्या बोलते हैं? हराम? हाँ, नहीं हराम। हिंदी में कुछ गाली है ना, क्या है? नाजायश, नाजायश औलाद. So, Gautam Rishi, he had told him, "You are a Brahmana because you are truthful." So now in Kali Yuga, they have changed into caste system. It's not actually caste system. By qualification, one is chosen like that. So, once there is a Sri Ramanujacharya, every day he would go to Kaveri river and to take bath. One day, when he was going, there was some commotion. Said, "What happened?" There is one guy, he was carrying an umbrella over a very beautiful girl. Then he was looking at her and then he was walking backwards. Walking backwards. So Ramanuja was surprised. So why is walking backwards? What is he looking at her? So he called him and asked, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you looking at? Why are you walking backwards?" "Oh, she's my girlfriend, I think Srivalli or somebody. Her eyes are very beautiful. So I cannot remain without looking at her eyes even for a moment. So that's why I was looking at her and walking backwards." So Ramanuja was very surprised. ऐसा भी होते हैं. Then Ramanuja asked, "If I show you more beautiful eyes, will you leave these eyes?" Yeah, he said, yeah. That's how, relationships nowadays. पहले अच्छा लगता है, फिर बाद में, तेलुगु देर इज सेइंग, त्योहार का दिन भी पुराना पति है क्या? ऐसा देर इज they become fed up because you become disgusted after some time. Then they have to read articles how to remain attracted to each other, all that stuff. How to keep the spark in the marriage. Then they have all these magazines. They write articles, they give interviews, like that. That is how material beauty. Said okay. Then he took him to Ranganath. There is a saying, in Telugu only, unless you are a kamuk, you cannot be a devotee. Right? We have seen in the case of Bilomangal Thakur. He is very highly attached to a prostitute. Like that. So, he has taken him, then he prayed to Lord Ranganath. My dear Lord, please give me, show him your eyes, beautiful eyes, Aravinda Netra. The Lord opened his eyes and gave him darshan. You know. उनका नाम था धनुर्दास. Dhanurdas. You heard his name? Dhanurdas. So Dhanurdas, he became so attracted to the lotus eyes of the Lord. He immediately surrendered. And his girlfriend is also very nice. She was very nice. So he became a great devotee. He was actually Pahalwan. So he was acting like a bodyguard to Sri Ramanuja. After that, after some time, they became great devotees of the Lord. And then they are very, very staunch disciple of Sri Ramanujacharya. So, in Kali Yuga, Prabhupada says, people born in Brahmin families or Kshatriya families, because of their birth, they have developed artificial pride. Even though one is not completely qualified to be a Brahmana, they proclaim themselves as Brahmanas. And all this education is dominated by them, Brahmanas. So most of the disciples of Sri Ramanuja, they are Brahmins. While going for taking bath, Ramanuja would keep his hand on the shoulders of Brahmanas, Brahmana disciples. After taking bath, while coming back, he would keep his hands on the shoulders of Dhanurdas. So then they started passing comments about this. What is this Guru Maharaj doing it, After taking bath, he is touching a Sudra, because Dhanurdas was a Sudra. So Ramanuja came to know that what is this real, what is going, what are they talking about him behind his back, the disciples. So he wanted to teach them a lesson. In the ashram, they have these clothes, their undergarments, gamchas, and all that. So he told some of his disciples to mix everybody's garments. Then they started fighting with each other that ये मेरा गमछा है, मेरा कॉपिन है, मेरा धोती है, मेरा चादर है. Like that they started fighting. So this Dhanurdas, he was a very rich man. He was a very rich man. So his wife was wearing a lot of jewelry, valuable jewelry. So Ramanuja told some of his disciples that go and when she was sleeping, go and steal her ornaments. So she was sleeping like this on one side. So some of the disciples, they went and took out earrings, bangles, all that, right, whatever are there on the right side, they have taken. So she thought they can take she can left side also. That's why she turned over. So in the sleep when she turned over, they became very scared that she would get up. That's why they ran away. So Ramanuja sent his disciples in the night. Just go and hear what they are talking. Right? What they are talking. So when husband came back, so wife was narrating that I don't know what happened. I think our Guru Maharaj is in financial trouble. Some of his disciples, they came. They started removing my jewelry. So I was sleeping on one side, so I thought they will take the other side jewelry also. That is why I turned over. Then they became very afraid and then they ran away. So Dhanurdas chastised her, saying that everything belongs to our Guru Maharaj. Because you are thinking that this jewelry belonged to you, you thought you will give to the Guru Maharaj, to the disciples. You could have simply kept quiet. They would have turned you over and taken your jewelry. It would be a great good fortune that if they have taken all our jewelry, but because you are very attached to your jewelry, you did like that. So then Ramanuja taught them, who is real Brahmana? Right? Who is real Brahmana? You are fighting over actually gamchas and all, they are valueless. I see gamchas and kaupins and chadars and all, they don't have so much value. But you are fighting over a piece of cloth, but they are ready to give valuable jewelry because they are not attached. They are thinking, this everything belongs to Guru Maharaj. Now you understand why I keep my hands on the shoulders of Dhanurdas. Yeah, this was like that. So Sri Ramanuja, he was a pioneer actually in defeating this caste system and artificial pride of by birth Brahmanas, by birth Kshatriyas. Anybody can become a Brahmana. Nowadays they have this protests. Like in Germany, they ostracized Jews because they are very intelligent. Now in India, they want to ostracize Brahmins. Thinking that they are actually occupying all the posts and all the important designations they only got, because they are dominating, they are intelligent, like that. But in Tamil Nadu, they have passed a law that even Sudras also they can become Archakas. They don't know they are doing a great harm to such people, because Brahmana means, before going to altar, you have to be very clean. Right? So, Sama, Dama, Tapa, Shaucham. So these are the qualities of a Brahmana. What are they? Kshanti Rarjam Evacha. Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam. Samaha means peacefulness. Dama means self-control. Right? One is controlling of the senses. Another is controlling of the mind. Samadama, and then tapa. What is tapa? Bolo Vishal. What is tapa? Nah. What is tapas? Huh? Huh? Tapas, voluntary. We, we, we give trouble to voluntarily to the body. Just like on Ekadasi, we do tapas. Where we feel hungry, but voluntarily we give trouble to the body. That is called tapas. Another meaning of tapas is following the occupation duties is also tapas. Another meaning of tapas is one more meaning of tapas is tapa alochanena. Means it is called jnana tapas. Means thinking about reading the scriptures and thinking about Krishna, or doing research about Krishna's form and Krishna's activities. That is also called tapas. Right? So the greatest tapasya is that only. Jnana tapas. Jnana tapas. Jnana, all these. So many of these sages and all, they go to the forest and they stand on one leg and they do tapasya. They perform austerities and all. But if you read Bhagavatam every day, that is the greatest tapasya. And think about the contents of the Bhagavatam that you have read. Reading Bhagavad Gita every day and then thinking about the contents of Gita is tapas. Samadama, tapa, shaucham. Shaucham means there are two kinds of cleanliness. One is external cleanliness, another is internal cleanliness. So external cleanliness, at least 3 times in a day you have to take bath. Right? Before sunrise one should wake up and take bath. And internal cleanliness means keeping the mind very clean. Antaranga. So both the cleanliness is very important. Shaucham. This is what differentiates Brahmanas from Sudras. Why there is untouchability? They say why there is why the Sudras are not allowed before, lower caste people are not allowed inside the temple, because they are unclean. So if you become clean, you can enter the temple. Right? Nowadays, of course, people are, everybody is a Sudra, so they are unclean. Right? Sometimes, these celebrities and all, they say they don't take bath. For 3 months, 4 months, they don't take bath. This Musliman log, they don't take bath. Isliye, if you go to Dubai and all, so many scent shops, attar. Everywhere you see attar. You know why? You don't take bath, you smell, you stink. So you put lot of scent. Right? But in India, everybody takes bath. Now, if you go to IIT hostels and all, engineering hostels and all, these boys are like that only. They don't take bath. Right? So Prabhupada said, after going to toilet, I hope all of you follow this process. After going to toilet, you must take bath. It is not question of spiritual thing, it is question of hygiene. Hygiene. Because when we go to toilet, you contact with so much high level of, infective germs. So one must take bath. So without taking, after going to toilet, without taking bath, one should not enter the temple. So suppose you go to, you are making notes or you are sending messages? Huh? It is mentioned in Haribhakti Vilas that if somebody enters the temple without washing feet, then they will not have legs in the next life. One should not enter the temple in unclean state. Right? There is one lady, they were protesting, the ladies now they are protesting. Why this nonsense? Why we cannot enter the temple during those 3 days and all that stuff? You are unclean. So one should not enter the temple in unclean state. So just like, you just cannot shrug off Indian laws, right? I don't care. Red light and green light and all, I don't care. I will not wait for the green light. I will go. When red light is on, I will go. Then police will. Nowadays, there is a. Nowadays, there is a. They don't catch you and all that. They have cameras and all. Huh? It will come, each challan. Previously, we used to very regularly cross the, break the traffic law because, devotee, Hare Krishna, give them prasad, police won't say anything. अभी प्रसाद देने का बंद है. अभी आते नहीं, पूछते नहीं, फिर डायरेक्ट आ जाता है. सिग्नल तोड़ा है. Dubai and all, baapre, very high amount of fine they charge, right? 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. Sometimes traffic violations, 50,000 rupees you have to pay. Such a nobody breaks traffic signals, traffic rules in Dubai. Very high amount of fine they have to pay. You just can't shrug off and say, no, ladies will, we will enter the temple. What, this is, क्या बोलते हैं, patriarchy, all that stuff. Because it is mentioned that if somebody enters the temple in unclean state, you will be punished. So if you are making these Sudras into Archakas without training them to be a Brahmana, then they will become more degraded in their next life. For qualified, so Prabhupada says, so you become qualified. There is no bar for a Sudra to become a Brahmana. There is no bar. So these people, Dr. Ambedkar, he said these Dalits are being harassed. So we will give up Hinduism, embrace Buddhism. Rather, he should have embraced Chaitanyism, Mahaprabhu's movement, right? If you see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga? Chanting the holy name of the Lord. Who is the Acharya for Harinam Sankirtan? No. Whom he appointed as Acharya for Hari Kirtan? Haridas Thakur. What is his caste? He is a Muslim. Highest thing, right? highest rasa tattva was discussed with Mahaprabhu did not discuss confidential topics with everybody, but he discussed confidential topics with whom? Huh? Huh? Very highly confidential topics he discussed with whom? It's called rasa tattva. Rasa tattva, conjugal relationships, Radha Krishna Leela, is discussed with whom? Ramananda Rai. You know what is his caste? He is a Shudra. Right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced this system. They wanted, Ambedkar and all, they wanted casteless system. These left liberals and all, they say that, for everything, they will, if anything, they want to criticize Hinduism, they will criticize our caste system. But this caste system is everywhere, right? In America, they have this superiority complex that, white people means they are very superior. Black people means they are inferior. So that is called, they have racism, we have casteism. And then, even now, in 1920s, 30s only, in India, everybody was given voting rights. But till 1960, these black people, they didn't have voting rights. Martin Luther King, he fought. Otherwise, black people are treated very badly. Then they have black people, then brown people. Brown people, who are the Indians. Right? I was speaking to one gentleman in New York. He was explaining, he migrated to America in 1960s only. It was so bad during that time when he faced so much discrimination that petrol bunk people, they won't give them oil. If they see Indian, they will put it. Shop is closed. People will not give houses for rent to Indians. Like that. Everywhere this system is there, This superiority complex. It's always might is right, Whoever is rich, whoever is strong, they dominate and they discriminate. Same thing everywhere. Kshatriyas, Thakurs and all, they are very more powerful. So you said, they were saying, but in a Vedic system, this kind of discrimination was not there. Because Sudras, they won't go near to the Brahmanas. Because, Brahmanas, they are the ones who are providing necessities of life. So for that, they have to perform yajna. In order to perform yajna, they have to be highly pure. Means ingredients have to be pure. Nowadays, they do swaha swaha, but you don't see any result. Right? There is one WhatsApp joke, one lady, after this Karwa Chauth, she was taking her husband's finger and putting in the plug. And then she was, पागल औरत क्या कर रही हो? तो मैं कल करवा चौथ किया था ना, तो ठीक से किया कि नहीं मैं टेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. पागल. Like that. करवा चौथ और कड़वा चौथ? हाँ? करवा. अभी लड़के लोग भी करने लगे. हाँ? लड़के लोग भी करने लगे. आपने किया था क्या? अभी कंपटीशन. So the brahmanas have to be the ingredients, dravya suddhi, right? Kriya suddhi, and bhava suddhi. Every element while performing yajna, every element has to be completely pure. Like, that's why they say pure ghee, right? You cannot use buffalo ghee, milk ghee, like that. The grains, the land, that they have chosen for performing yajna, what this deer should, खुदाई करना पड़ता है, they dig. So that place where deer digs, that place is very pure. Then dogs should not be nearby anywhere. That havish, should not be seen by dog. If the food that is to be offered to Krishna is seen by dog, that food becomes ineligible, unfit to be offered to Krishna. So, devotees should not keep dogs at home, If the dog sees the food, that is unacceptable. Like that. So like this, so that is why Brahmanas, they were pure, very pure. And they would perform all these sacrifices, and the rains will come, and then everybody has food grains. That is why Sudras, because we are unclean, we will not go nearby. We will not touch Brahmanas. Because after going to toilet, they won't take bath. Right? Sudra. Sudra means unclean. Brahmana means very clean. Like Prabhupada said, to his disciples, now I am training you to become Brahmanas. Don't drink water with left hand. And don't drink water like this, Always you should drink water, That is Brahmana. Very clean. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, even if he passes air, he will take bath. Because it's unclean. Like that. That was his standard. So, tapas shaucham, that is Brahmana. Shanti, tolerance. That is the hallmark of a devotee, a Brahmana. Shanti, tolerance. Once I think Namdev or somebody, he was taking bath in Chandrabhaga. He went and took bath in Chandrabhaga Nadi. Namdev. So one Muslim, he wanted to harass him. He went and touched him. Again he went and took bath. He didn't say anything. He went and took bath. And again he came back, and then again he touched him. And again he went and took bath. Like that 17 times he did. 17 times he didn't say one word. Then that Muslim became very fed up. Hare Namdev ji, why you are not becoming angry? Hare, why should I become angry? I should thank you. Because of you I took bath in holy river. I think it is a part of Ganga only, Chandrabhaga river. So I took bath. So I got a chance to take so many times bath. So why should I become angry? Right? Hamo, ऐसे थोड़ा लग गया बस. मालूम है मैं कौन हूँ? मेरा बाप कौन है मालूम है तुमको? तेरा बाप, तुम्हारा माँ से पूछो, तुम्हारा बाप कौन है? Right? अभी तुरंत आ जाते हैं. we start fighting. Arjava means honesty. We have seen ब्राह्मणस दे आर वेरी अफ्रेड, डरपोक रहते हैं, इसलिए दे आर नॉट करप्ट यूजुअली. If somebody is a corrupt, he has to be very brave, and then he has to be very daring, because he has to hide that money. Then if there is a raid and all that, all that. So my father was saying, like in Bihar, my father himself was a very honest man. My Bade Papa, he was a very honest man. He was a financial controller in Andhra University. He did not earn one single paisa, extra. Very honest. Like that I have seen in my family. My father's eldest brother also, he was a very close to Mrs. Gandhi, Mr. Nehru, Rajiv Gandhi, like that. Very honest. They didn't earn any extra money, whatever. Like that. So some of these brahmanas are very honest. So somebody was there. My father was telling that in Bihar there was a dam. I think they're building some bridge or something, right? Recently it collapsed. 3-4 times it collapsed. So already spent some 1,000 crores or something. Because the floods are coming, and then they wanted to, they are building some bridge across Ganga. Because without using proper materials and all this. So all these low class people are appointed because they are not appointing brahmanas. So honesty is gone. So corruption has raised, like that. Of course, it's not that every brahmana is honest, but usually brahmana means he is honest. Like I have told, anybody remembers the story of Chanakya Pandit? I told. Once one I think Chinese person or somebody, or Greece person, came to visit Chanakya Pandit. At the time he was doing some work. Then he lit some lamp. He was working. Then he said, please wait for some time. He waited. Then after that, when he wanted, now I am finished. So he wanted to speak to that guy. He switched off that light, then he lit another lamp. Then he asked, what are you doing? He said, I was doing Sarkari ka kaam, that's why I was using Sarkari lamp. Now it is my personal work now. So I will use my personal oil. So he praised, that was the level of honesty of this Brahman, this Chanakya Pandit and all. That was one single paisa they won't use. So if you don't have people of this caliber in society, and then everybody is violent, everybody is corrupt, everybody is unclean, how there can be peace in the society? They say women are unsafe. Why they are unsafe? In places like Delhi and all, very unsafe they say. You cannot go out, women cannot go out in the night time because it's very unsafe. They get raped and all that. Right? So everybody is lusty, everybody is angry, everybody is dishonest, everybody is violent. How they can run the society? Right? That is why there is a need Prabhupada said that is why I have established ISKCON to make Brahmanas in the society, because Brahmanas are the head of the, like in the body, there is the head, shoulders, stomach and the legs. It's not that legs are unimportant, but head is the most essential part. If there is no head, body doesn't function. Like that in the society, if there are no Brahmanas, the society will not function peacefully. That is why Prabhupada says there is so much problem in the society and they don't know how to solve the problems in the society because no Brahmanas. That's why Prabhupada said, those who chanting Hare Krishna mantra, ISKCON means, nowadays they have a misconception that they want to establish Varnashrama in ISKCON. Prabhupada did not want Varnashrama in ISKCON. Prabhupada wanted Varnashrama in society. ISKCON he wanted Brahmanas. Then the kings, when they want to rule, they should consult ISKCON devotees. Suppose if I'm a manager of a temple, I don't become a Kshatriya. In ISKCON also they have misunderstanding. It's not like that. Prabhupada wanted actually ISKCON to produce Brahmanas. So who is a Brahmana? Prabhupada said, our Brahmananda is a Brahmana, Brahmanical. He said, why? Brahmana means, even if enemy comes and asks how much money you have in your pocket, he will tell the truth. Gupta, there is a name Gupta. Why they got Gupta name? They hide money. They are very expert in hiding their money. That's why they are known as Gupta. Gupta. But Brahmana means no Gupta. कितना पैसा है बोल देगा. Even if enemy comes and asks. So that is the. So this is not a caste system. That somebody is proud. Why in Tamil Nadu? Why there is so much protest? Because they say, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." But they both Brahmana and Sudra, they will go to the same prostitute. Are? You are touching a prostitute, but I cannot touch you. This Karunanidhi and all, they say Brahmana hate. They are Brahmana haters. They in Tamil Nadu they used to cut the Sikha of Brahmanas and all. They would harass them like anything. But they are very intelligent, so they migrated to America. They migrated to Delhi. So all the high-ranking posts, IAS, IPS, and are occupied by Tambrahmins. They are Tamil Brahmins. They are very intelligent, Iyengas and Ayers. So Tamil Nadu, they were harassed like anything. So they went out and they became very big officers everywhere. So that also they have a problem. Now when Karunanidhi, he understood, without Brahmanas, I don't know, I have worked in government office. Suppose if a reserved category person is beside you, you have to do his work also. There is a difference, 90%. I passed engineering. Almost, with distinction, 70%. We have a yearly system. We don't have grading system, right? throughout the 4 years, I never failed in one exam also. You know what do you call it? ATKT? Huh? ATKT. Yeah. And never failed. In one exam also I didn't fail. All the papers cleared. Then I got distinction. And somebody who appeared for so many times and then passed with 35%. There is a difference, right? There will be difference or not? So just because, you know, they, you don't make, so that is why they, now he had to appoint, because he saw they are not, these people, they cannot perform properly. So you want, Tamil Nadu government is very efficient, you know. If you go to Tamil Nadu, well administered state, Tamil Nadu. Roads are very clean, everything, you know, very nicely done. So he had to bring all the Brahmanas only. Because like that. If you read some news articles, some of these boys, you know, belonging to reserved categories in IITs and all, they commit suicide because they cannot cope up with that pressure of you entered into the institute, but you know, there it's high level of it's not a regular, you know, IIT, I have stayed there for some time. It's not a regular studies, you know. You have to do projects, then you have to, it's a different type of teaching. So they cannot cope up because main problem is language. So they commit suicide because they cannot pass and all that. Artificially, you cannot make them Brahmanas, right? But if you see in ISKCON, you know, we don't ask, you know, what is your caste? Right? In Andhra, caste system is so, caste feeling so high. As soon as you meet somebody, they will ask your surname. What is your surname? Reddy, Rao, Sharma. Then among Brahmanas, we have, you know, in Andhra, there is a, Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, among Brahmanas there is another category, Velinati, you know, Dravida Brahmanas. Like that in among Brahmanas also there is a category. Then they ask, which category? Like that. That caste feeling is very high. What is your caste? And all that. Kamma, you know, in Andhra, Kammas, you know, Chaudharis are very powerful. You know, all these N.T. Ramarao. Movie field is all run over, you know, dominated by these Kammas. They won't allow others also. Then this Chiranjeevi, you know, he was a very popular actor. He was a Kapu. He became very powerful. Somehow he came through. Then he has his now own gang. Like that. So this this artificial, it won't work. But in ISKCON, if you see, you know, in America, there is a racism. And in India, there is caste system. You know? But if you come to ISKCON, a white man takes initiation from a black man. Then he washes his clothes, he massages his feet, he becomes, a white man becomes a menial servant of black man. You know, like there is one Guru, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, he was very popular. He was a black man. You know, but in ISKCON, by qualification, you become. Not by, that is why Prabhupada wrote in Bhagavatam, that they think that this body is Brahmana. Just because somebody is born in Brahmin family, the body is Brahmana. No, this body is not Brahmana. You have to be, in consciousness, you have to be Brahminical. You understand? Huh? You understand this point? This body is not? Brahmana. I have to be Brahminical by consciousness. So they want a casteless system, then they have to adopt Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, there is no caste system. Right? Everybody is eligible to become perfect. Yeah, good. Everybody can become a Brahmana. Everybody can become a Brahmana. Unless you become Brahmana, you cannot go back to Godhead. Right? We all have to become Brahmanas one day. All these qualities we have to inculcate. Otherwise, we cannot go back to Godhead. So we don't. They want casteless system. Casteless system. Casteism is रग में जम गया. Just for me, for myself, I can. 2-3 years back, we were going to Barsana, all of us, bus. So Shivangi Matari arranged, she met they arranged some breakfast in somebody's place. So मेरे को डाउट आया कौन सा कैस्ट का ये लोग, सुधरा है क्या है, my mind is thinking like that, because that's how we are brought up, na, caste. We don't eat in everybody's house and all that stuff. Then Krishna understood what is going in my mind, and then that person told, we are Brahmanas and like that. Oh, they know. Then I was thinking, itna, this casteism, how they will remove, this caste system from India, They can't. But they can reform by becoming Krishna conscious. Then there will be no discrimination. In ISKCON, we don't ask, what is your caste? Everybody is treated equally. Like that. So, we have seen, right, all these foreigners, they become gurus, they become priests, right, like or Jannivas Prabhu and Pankajangiri Prabhu. They became very great Brahmanas. Everybody respects them all over the world. But they are white body. Otherwise they are known as Mlechas and Yamanas. But Prabhupada made them into. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Any questions?